Sports anchor Gabriella DeLuca joins us now.
Gabriella, definitely men's basketball in need of a rebound after the weekend events.
That's right. Hopefully they get that rebound this weekend. Ohio men's basketball is hosting the Eastern Michigan Eagles tonight for their 65th game against each other. This is OU's opening game in the Western Conference and are looking to improve their overall MAC standings. OU's DJ Cooper will go head-to-head against Brandon Beaudry, and both of them just so happen to be two of the best players in the MAC Conference. Cooper is ranked as the third best player, averaging 18 points a game, whereas Beaudry is ranked second with 20 points per game. The Bobcats lead the long series 42-22. Men's basketball is hoping to improve their overall MAC standings in their game tonight. The Ohio men's basketball team is lagging behind when it comes to representing OU in the Eastern MAC Conference. Buffalo and Bowling Green are leading the division, each with 4 wins and 2 losses. Buffalo has 11 wins and 6 losses in total, making them the leaders overall. Ohio comes in last place in the division with 1 MAC win and 4 losses. In the Western Conference, Ball State is leading the group, while Toledo is currently in last place. The Lady Bobcats will be heading to Ypsilanti to challenge the Eagles. In last year's meeting in Athens, the Bobcats lost by 3 points to the Eagles and are looking to get revenge this season. So far this season, the Lady Bobcats are 0 for 3 on Wednesdays, and this game marks the 51st meeting for the Bobcats and Eagles. There are always heated matchups in the TVC Ohio this time of year. Last night was no exception as Nelsonville York invaded McAfee Gymnasium at Athens High. Athens MidDay reporter Justin Sampson was there for this crucial late-season contest.
It was a tale of 2 guards down the stretch as the Bulldogs' Dean Maffin and the Buckeyes' Casey Cox paced their teams.
Usually you know when you're feeling it. Kind of got the green light there, just making things happen.
It was a night where the short-handed Bulldogs needed a home win against a rival. The senior guard's 23 points answered the call, helping fuel Athens to a 50-34 victory over Nelsonville York. The win pushes Athens to 6-8 on the year, while the Buckeyes drop to 4-8. Head coach Jeff Skinner calls the win critical and says a league title is within reach.
We got to take care of ourselves, and we got to just keep plugging away. There's no secrets at this point in the season.
Athens got off to a quick lead, but the Buckeyes cut the lead to 5 heading into halftime. In the third quarter, the Bulldogs outscored their opponents 15-4. After jumping out to another big lead, Athens played to preserve it. Maffin had a big hand in the second half success and says he needs to match that effort to help his team make its postseason push.
I've got to step up, I got to bring the team together. I'm just trying to kind of boost the energy a little bit and just get everybody back in it.
Maffin said if he had one message for his teammates for the rest of the season, it's simply don't get discouraged. This is the most important stretch of the schedule thus far, and now is the time to shine. Reporting for Athens MidDay, I'm Justin Sampson.
The Bulldogs have a 2-day break before traveling to Vinton County on Friday. The Logan Chieftains had a victory over the Alexander Spartans 82-67 last night. The Chieftains erased a 10-point deficit with 3:16 left to play to force overtime and score the win. In the fourth quarter, Logan was behind by double digits and somehow managed to come back. Logan forced Alexander to get 35 turnovers, and 13 of those were in the fourth quarter and 7 more in overtime. In that overtime, Logan outscored the Spartans 15-0. In fact, this is the second game in a row that the Chieftains have come from behind and won. The number 1 ranked Ohio State Buckeyes beat number 12 ranked Purdue 87-64 last night. OSU's William Buford scored 19 points and Jared Solinger had 17. At halftime, OSU was up by 20 points. By the second half, the Buckeyes shot 55% from the field and hit 11 of the 19 three-pointers. The win put the Buckeyes in the lead by 2 games in the Big Ten. This big win also evened out the series, giving the Buckeyes and the Boilermakers 82 wins each. The Columbus Blue Jackets faced an unfortunate loss to the Anaheim Ducks last night. The Blue Jackets forward Derek Dorsett had a boarding penalty called against him in the first period, which resulted in 2 goals within the first 2 minutes of the infraction. Later on in the first period, the Ducks were forced with a few minor penalties, but Columbus was unable to take advantage of them. The pace picked up in the third period when Anaheim got the game-winning goal. The Blue Jackets were able to score 2 goals but ended up losing 3-2 to the Ducks. The Pittsburgh Penguins were able to chalk up another win, and this time it was without the help of two of their star players. The Penguins won 1-0 against the New York Islanders without Evgeny Malkin and Sidney Crosby. The team is learning how to win games with defense, and especially with their all-star goalie, Marc-Andre Fleury. Fleury didn't let one goal in, which led to his 18th career shutout, and only the second game this season that the Penguins only scored one goal. Craig Adams scored low on the left side of the net for the Penguins in the third period. The Cleveland Cavaliers are setting records, that's for sure, but not in a good way. The Cavs set a franchise record for the most consecutive road losses with 22 last night against the Boston Celtics. Last night's loss also marks the team in 18 consecutive game loss period. With a tough stretch of games coming up, the Cavs had a chance to break the all-time mark for consecutive losses, which they happen to already own. Cleveland lost 24 straight games spanning 2 seasons between 1981 and 1982. So hopefully those Cavs can get it together. I know they're playing Miami in the upcoming week, so LeBron.
That didn't go too well last time.
No, I know you had some making up to do as well.
That's right, both teams, I don't know.
Tough times in Ohio sports as of late. Now from one team doing a lot of losing to a fan of a winning team that lost his job. You may have heard about the Green Bay fan who was fired from a Chicago car dealership for wearing a Packers tie to work. Well, now Packers supporter John Stone is back in luck and still with a job in the Windy City. His new boss at Hollywood Chevy is pretty happy. Stone's already sold at least half a dozen vehicles from buyers as far as San Diego, and the boss has made it clear he can wear whatever tie he likes. An Athens housing complex is shifting from students to professionals. Tune in to Newswatch tonight to see how the change will affect business.
And tune into Athens Midday tomorrow to find out why one of Court Street's staple fast food restaurants is closed. Thanks for watching and have a great night.